Welcome to Perth's #1 podcast. You're listening to the Jamo and Dylan Show.
Yeah, we're on the way to Dunsborough, little mad trip with the boys. We're celebrating.
G'day guys and welcome back to the Jamo and Dylan Show. Happy New Year to you all. I hope you had lovely New Year's Eve celebrations like we did.
It was good.
We went to Origin, which is a music festival in Perth.
It's a big night.
It was a big night. We didn't go yesterday to the New Year's Day one.
I was gonna, but I was feeling pretty rough.
Yeah.
It actually did look good from what I saw, like
it looked
Snapchats.
alright.
But yeah, I sold me and Carly made some money, which was good.
That's good. You made more money than you should have.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because I saw people selling their tickets for $60 and you got what, $160
We sold
each or something?
$150 ticket each.
Yeah.
Plus we sold a wristband for $120.
Ridiculous. Because 2-day wristband.
So yeah, it was
It's a
not
flaw
bad
in the system, isn't it?
Yeah, not for me though.
Nah, you're bowling.
Some American chick bought it.
Really?
Yeah.
She's got no idea what's going on,
No.
so.
But I hope she had a good night. She was asked her what she did the night before because we
Yeah.
met near Curtin and I dropped it off.
Right, yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, I was at church." Because her mum
Really?
made her go to church. She said, "Start the year off with God."
So, like, full American accent.
Yeah. She looked Indian though, but she was American
Is she
accent.
living here, or,
I
like,
don't know, but I guess so.
that's weird.
So yeah, start the year off with God.
There you go. Beautiful.
We
Can't go
started
wrong.
it off with R.L. Grime. He
And
was
Skepta.
playing. Yeah.
I actually didn't watch too much of R.L. Grime.
I don't remember much of the most people really.
Yeah. Skepta was pretty good.
Yeah.
Tyler, the creator, was very good. He
Yeah.
impressed me. Wacky dude he is.
He
but
doesn't really care, does he?
no,
He just
but
kind of does whatever.
yeah, that's what you want.
Is that
really.
what's that? Is that like a thing he does with the blonde hair and the?
Yeah,
that like a
it's like an
little-
alter ego type
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. Okay,
I like it.
interesting. Not bad.
Not gonna lie, when I first saw it, and like on the night, I knew what to expect.
Yeah.
But before that, obviously, I had to do my research because I wasn't a huge Tyler
Same. I don't
fan.
know much of his songs either.
Yeah, but he did play a big part in a lot of people's teenage years.
Yeah.
I used to watch his YouTube videos. He used to make.
Same. They're actually cool.
Yeah.
He makes good videos.
Sure does. Very creative bloke, and he's talented, man. Like he was on the piano,
Yeah.
dancing around.
He does
looking
a
like
lot.
a girl. Like man does it all. So, respect to Tyler. If he ever sees this, thank you for a
Imagine
good night.
that, getting him on the potty.
That'd be huge.
We also had big man Skepta, our favourite.
Yeah, and I love Skepta, but
He
looked a
was
bit
tired.
sad.
I
Yeah.
reckon it was the end because he looked really good at. You sent me an Insta story. He
Couple
looked
days
really
before,
good.
I think it was Adelaide.
I think
or-
he was
no,
tired.
Brisbane.
I think he was a bit over it
Yeah, so
by
basically,
the time we got to Perth.
these guys are doing like 4 or 5 shows in 4 or 5 days.
In 4 or 5 states.
Yeah, and you know, if you're not from Australia, it's a big distance
Yeah.
from one side of the country to the other. It's like a 4 or 5 hour
Yeah.
flight, and yeah, it'd be pretty rough doing that day in day out, and you're just repeating the process.
You could tell a little bit.
Yeah, and basically, Street X teamed up with Skepta to do an after party
Yeah.
after Origin.
At Capital.
right? At Capital, yeah. So I convinced Tay to come along with me, and it was $20 entry. Every club was
Yeah,
paid entry,
It was
I'm
crazy.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
So basically, did the big walk from Wellington Square to Capital, and there was a massive line. So we went and asked the security guard, how long will it be? Is it moving fast? And he said, yeah, it's moving decent speed. We waited like 15 minutes, went in there, and Skepta had finished performing. So
He was on like straight away from what the stories looked like.
So I think the event started at 11.
yeah.
So he probably left early.
He brought in the New Year, I think. I remember seeing
Really?
with Praise the Lord. I'm pretty sure
Okay,
that was
so
played. Yeah.
He would have left Origin, went
Straight
straight
after
to the
he
club.
set, basically.
And he was hosting this party. And he would have performed for a good, 2 hours maybe.
Mm.
And I got there, and he just finished performing. I missed him.
Yeah.
And then they had Shoreline Mafia, who were performing earlier on. We didn't get to see them, but
Yeah.
they had a few of the artists who performed during the day perform at the club.
Yeah.
So that was a good touch, but I didn't know any of the songs, and I was just there for Skepta. Anyway, so we walked upstairs, and we see Quezington, the DJ. So he's
Yep.
Slow Tie's DJ and Skepta's DJ on this trip. And he was sitting there, and it was like a scene out of a movie. There's Quezington with girl on his left, girl on his right, on his lap, and he's bunning a joint.
Yeah.
So he's having a good time, and it was just
Happy New Year, yeah.
Happy New Year to Quez. But I looked over to his right, and I saw Skepta. Now I'm 10 metres away from him. This is big moment for me.
Crazy, yeah.
and he's sitting down like this, and for audio listeners, basically he just looked sad, but he's sitting like this, and he was just bopping his head to the music, and then
No one around him?
no, it was like a 5 meter gap. Like there was a girl who was doing the sound for everyone.
Yeah.
She was like pretty close to him, but everyone else, no girls around him, no nothing. I mean, man's like 37, 38 with a kid on the other side of the world.
Probably a bit over the party scene.
Yeah,
at this
100%. I mean, he's probably been doing it for 20 years.
Mm.
And it was just sad to see a big man knocked down.
Yeah,
But, you know, everyone can get tired.
that's true. He would have been tired, man.
100%. But, yeah, still love him. Plays a big part in my life.
Yeah, he's
and
great. I just felt, even like his set was good and
Yeah.
stuff. I was like, yeah, I just know that you're a bit
Capable
over
of
it,
more,
and I know
like-
you're probably tired. I just was like, that's obviously what's going on.
Yeah. By the
That's
way,
alright.
we need to invest in some better chairs because these are squeaky motherfuckers.
2020, we get some good ones.
Yeah, we do need some good ones. Like, look at that, peeling away and stuff. That's the anxious guests we have on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Origin, pretty
What
good.
would you give it out of 10?
Like 7.58.
Yeah, I'll go 7.58 as well. I like
Yeah, I think it was well run.
Mm.
Like listen out, the gap between stages
Nah,
was
listen out
ridiculous.
to badly set up, I think, and
Yeah.
I don't like it.
A venue change is probably in order for that thing. but-
Definitely, I think it's a shit area.
Yeah, it's just a long. Like you walk from where Slow Tie is performing, which is on the other side.
It
of the
literally takes
basketball
like 10
stadium.
minutes to
Yeah,
walk.
exactly, and then you can miss a big chunk of an artist set. But
No.
yeah, it was a pretty good night, and yeah, I got noticed a few times.
It's good.
And you got noticed after Origin,
It was like right at the end, eh?
Right at
Some
the
guy,
end, yeah.
the suburbs video.
from TikTok.
Yeah. He was from Margaret River.
Beautiful. So yeah, we had a few people come up to us, which is great. I love it. And there was one guy who came up to me and said, "Oh, I saw you picking up Backpackers video on TikTok." So I had a little talk to him, and then obviously no moustache right now, and that is because of something he said to me. And he said,
The moustache story.
he goes, "Nice try on the moustache, mate. Better luck next year." Obviously, I don't grow much facial hair.
That's rough.
Yeah,
From,
like
from a random too.
it's something I can't control. But what he said before that is, "Oh, I knew who you were because of the moustache," and I was like, "Wow, I think you're joking."
Mm.
But anyway, basically,
Nice try on
what's
the
today?
moustache.
It's today the 2nd. Yeah, so basically, I shaved off the moustache this morning.
Yeah, because of
The comment cut deep, and obviously I can't change my facial hair growth. Maybe I can get some implants or something, but it's
just
not.
keep going at it. It'll come.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just wait until next year, and I'll
Yeah.
start November a month early like I did this year, and just let it roll.
That was rough. That's rough.
Yeah, but thanks for coming up to me, and it's always good fun.
Better luck next year.
Yeah, he said, good try on the moustache. Obviously, he had a full face,
Did he? Yeah.
full face with the beard, but yeah. So that's the quick little moustache story, and now we move on to the piss story. So basically,
This is a bit of a crazy one.
I think it was during Tyler's set, or who was after Tyler? Was that?
That was R.L. Graham, I think, after him.
Might have been that. I can't remember the exact time, but basically, this guy goes, "I need to go to the toilet," and he's just behind us. So I'm with Lockie and Kira and Tay.
Mm.
Lockie and Kira are good friends of the show, and basically Lockie goes, "What the fuck?" And there's something like on the back of his leg. He felt wet.
Are you kidding me?
This guy pulled his dick out and pissed on the floor. Right? Obviously, there's splashback and it's hitting Lockie in the calf muscles and shit. But basically, yeah, he's pissing everywhere. And then there was a girl.
Did anyone say anything?
Oh, well, yeah. Well, the girl that got pissed on, there was a girl on the floor, right? She's sprawled out on her back, and he's basically pissed all over her. And she just let it happen like Tame Impala. Like, she couldn't do anything to stop it, and then she cried. Because if you're laying on the ground getting pissed on,
On
that's
New
the
Year's.
lowest you can be.
That's fucked.
And
Did anyone else say anything? Or was everyone like, what the fuck?
Everyone was just like, "What the fuck?" But you can't stop him because he did it. And then as
Yeah.
soon as she made eye contact with him and said, like, "You're dead," or I can't remember what she said, but she was pissed off.
As you would be.
He bolted. He sprinted out of the mosh pit. And yeah, he basically went on a pissing spree. So I think he like began it standing up like a normal guy piss, thinking that no one would see because the music's blasting. Everyone's into it, and then he's whipped his dick out, and basically it all started with Lockie saying, "Yep, I felt something on the back of my leg."
So Lockie got pissed on too.
Yeah, Lockie got pissed on.
Great way to start the year.
Yeah, it's funny. And then I'm pretty sure this kid went on 2 knees so he could direct it a bit better.
Yeah.
So he's on 2 knees directing his piss, and then to the side of him there's this girl who's getting the side bits. And it was very funny, but it was also very, very
It's
disgusting.
a bit gross, yeah.
And to be right next to that was truly
What was he? Was
disgusting. A white fella. He was like maybe 20 years
normal?
old. Yeah. Probably our age, and just...
Fuck, there was some absolute creatures of the night out after, though, when you're walking through the city and on the train and everything, eh?
It's
Absolute
dangerous.
creatures, man. It's
Perth
crazy.
train
All the
station.
crackheads seem to come out New Year's. They're hanging around Perth.
Mm-hmm. It's their
It's
time
wild.
to celebrate. New year, new me. I'm not living in the ditches anymore.
Fuck, man. I've never seen so many out any time I've ever been out.
Yeah. We walked past this couple, and they're doing the old, like... Oh, this guy said, "Oh, fuck you and your broken leg." That's a funny one. There's a few good ones, which I forget, but...
A few lots of fights. I saw a few, eh?
Oh, yeah. People just can't control themselves.
They just go crazy, go loopy or something. It's weird.
I feel like, Perth train station is a fight destination.
I was standing there for fucking 25 minutes waiting for the train, and it was just...
3 fights,
man.
4 fights?
Yeah, it was like 3 fights.
Yeah.
Then there was 2 on the train.
Uh-huh.
The train took forever to get home, obviously, because they stopped it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like at one stop for ages. It was just fucking annoying.
It's not ideal.
Got off at Maddington.
What'd you get off at Maddington for? Was that the
It doesn't
closest?
go to Thornley.
Oh, true.
So you don't
That's the
like
closest.
Armadale line, yeah.
And then what? Uber from there or something?
Carly wanted to walk, and I was like, fuck that.
That's a long walk, isn't it?
It would probably be like
Half
20,
hour?
half an hour.
Yeah.
But like, after walking all day,
Yeah, true. It's the last
get
thing
that
you
little
want to do.
Ola.
Is that what you got?
I got an Ola, yeah.
We couldn't find anything, so I had to ring Mum 2:30
Oh,
in the
really?
morning, and she picked us up.
From where?
Gozzy Station, yeah. But yeah, a few
New
days
Year's.
before New Year's, we witnessed a kangaroo die.
Yeah.
Now,
It was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. To
Yeah.
animal lovers, I don't really care what you say or if you get mad about it.
what
You
happened
weren't there.
before the death was very funny.
Yeah.
The actual dying of it, not funny.
No, but oh man.
I'll explain it. So
I was-
basically, we pulled up to my place after filming the podcast last week.
Yep, got
right?
some lunch. The worst KFC we've ever had.
Disgusting.
Scott.
And the experience was absolutely
Crackheads,
fucking
man.
dreadful.
Proper, like, I mean,
And then about the kid that came in and asked for money, and he had his hand out.
Like-
and
for money at Carousel
Yeah.
as well. So
Mhm.
he obviously can't be that poor if he's travelling suburbs begging.
begging. And then basically, we came back from our shit KFC,
Really shit.
and we hop out of his
Should have
car.
got a pie.
Hopped out of his car, and there's a lot of kangaroos around where I live, and there was 2 jumping across the road.
First
So
one clears it.
First one
Clears the fence.
clears one fence, and then clears the next fence. So it's
Bang.
jump, 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 bang.
Pretty good.
Pretty high
cool.
fence.
Yeah.
Right.
Second one clears the first one.
And it's jumping. It's building up a bit of speed because it's losing his buddy. He
Yeah.
needs to catch up. So he does a big leap. Legs
Doesn't-
clip the fence. Triple front flip.
Triple front
Corkscrew.
flip, bang. Not dead
It's on the
straight
ground.
away though. He's
Squirming
obviously
around.
fucked. Broken neck, broken.
Broken-
There must have been broken everything.
I think broken hip because it was moving its head around trying to get out. But when it hit the ground, it hit with so much force that all like the leaves, the sticks went
Oh,
over the top of it.
it was-
It buried itself alive. Right.
it was the biggest hit I've ever seen. Like,
And the thud. We were like 20 meters away, and we heard it like, and you just lost it.
I was crying. Like, I was on the floor. I couldn't breathe, man. That's how
Yeah.
funny it was.
And obviously, in my head, I thought it was funny, but I was also like, this kangaroo's just died in front of our eyes. So we ran over there, and I've grabbed a big long stick, right? Because I was like, okay,
Jamo was poking it.
mate, I wasn't. No, let me explain, okay? Trust, I'm not that bad. There's all like this rubbish around it. So there's like leaves, big sticks, and
it
it
is
can't get
covered,
out.
yeah.
It can't get out, and it was like a lot of it. So I find a big stick. I walk up to the fence, and I'm pulling all the leaves and sticks away from it to give it its best chance of getting
Yeah.
up. Little did I know it broke its fucking hip. That's not my fault.
It was fucked.
I'm trying to keep it alive by pulling everything away. No
I'm
luck.
trying to get it to get up.
No luck. Next minute, I go, all right, there's a wildlife shelter up the road. So I go up there and I say, all right, there's a kangaroo. It's dying. We need your help. Because they do this stuff all the time. If nothing's broken, they can help it get up and release it, all right? I'm not experienced in that field. I tried my best. Go up there, say, come on, kangaroo dying. She goes, oh, I'll go to the toilet and then I'll come down, all right? There's not much fucking urgency there, is
He died
there?
before you came back.
Died before he came back. And then I didn't know that it was actually dead. So I grabbed the stick.
Or she.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I didn't say penis, but we won't really get into the specifics. And I came back and I picked up the stick again. You said, oh, I think it's dead, bro.
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure, right? So I just poked its stomach because it might have just closed its... No, its eyes were open. That's the thing.
You were trying to see if it would react.
Because if it jolts, we're still in action. We
Yeah.
can still keep it alive. But no, there was no movement. So I put the stick down and then wildlife lady came half an hour later. So hope you had a nice fucking shit. And the kangaroo was dead.
Still there.
And the kangaroo's on the side of the road.
By
A fox has torn it apart. So
Happy New
basically,
Year.
kangaroos need to practice parkour.
His mate fucking ditched him too, dog.
I know. I think
That was a big hit, man. That was like fucking... I've never
Mm.
seen anyone just fucking get fucked like that before. It was crazy.
the speed that it was moving at. I think because it got so much air. I've never seen a
what are the chances of us pulling up to see that? Literally, is like
we hopped out the car and saw that happen. Like it doesn't happen every day. So rest in peace to the kangaroo. I hope its soul's not inside him because it's been fucked.
I wonder if animals, so we'll just assume that for this conversation, there's an afterlife for humans, right? We'll assume there is in some way. So does that mean there is for animals? If there's an afterlife for humans, is there for animals? Do they come back? Do you know what I mean?
Animals.
Is there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Is it the same? I don't know.
Maybe every dead animal becomes an ant or a fly. Just
Maybe.
the shit animals that you don't really...
Care about?
But then what happens to ants? Because I stomp on ants accidentally. Like I'm walking, down the road. You're bound to step on things, right? If I accidentally step and kill 20 ants, what happens to those?
I don't know. It's weird, right?
Very weird.
I was watching this movie called 7 Years in Tibet, right? It's got Brad Pitt.
Mhm.
It's made in the 90s.
Do you recommend it or no?
It's cool.
Alright.
At the start, it's a bit weird, but then it actually gets all right.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then it just he ends up. It's based on a true story. This Austrian guy ends up hanging around the Dalai Lama, right?
Yeah.
Then in the movie, the Dalai Lama was 7, and I was like,
Years old.
yeah,
Okay.
what? And what happens is, right, they believe that the Dalai Lama just reincarnates himself every single time.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was when one died,
Mm-hmm.
then all the elders use all these signs and stuff, find the next...
Do they go to a village and find it?
Yeah, they go to different villages. They use the way his ashes fly when they burn him. Anyway,
find
so
the
they
next.
found this kid, and then they take all the possessions of the old. They'll take 10 items. Maybe 3 of them will be Dalai Lama's old things, and then they'll go to the kid. They'll be like, "Oh, which ones are yours?" And he picks the 3.
And he picks all 3.
Yeah, and he ends up, he knows all this shit.
Yeah.
And then they crown him Dalai Lama at 7.
That's crazy.
And it's the same one that's now.
So what's Brad Pitt doing in the movie?
He's playing an Austrian mountain climber
I thought you were
who
gonna
met the
say-
Dalai Lama.
Yeah, he was playing Dalai Lama.
Nah, imagine that. Yeah, this little Asian kid was playing Dalai
Yeah.
Lama, obviously. Crazy movie, though.
He's old dude.
He's 80 or 90. I think he's real old.
yeah.
But it's interesting.
That is interesting, yeah.
Does he really come back? I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
What happens to every human?
I don't think... Yeah. I don't know. See, afterlife could be a thing, but I don't think a Dalai Lama can reincarnate as another human.
But they swear that their whole life's based on it.
Yeah, but...
All these Buddhist people.
Vegans'
crazy,
lives
right?
are based on eating it's all made up.
It's weird.
Yeah. So we asked some of you guys to send us some topics.
Got some good ones, actually.
We do. We have transgenders in sport, which was submitted by Jared Robinson.
I like this a lot. I'm pretty passionate about it.
I'm pretty sure we've touched on it before early on.
But we'll get into it today, I reckon,
definitely. A bit more in
definitely.
depth. So let's just hit it straight right now. Do you think transgenders can cross over into a different gender of sport?
No, because what it's turning into, right? It's just turning into men. It's just female sports just turning into men dominating it.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Transgender women are still more man than woman, facts.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens is, because feminism's gone so far now, it's just they are pretending to accept men in women's sport, and it's just turning into men dominating actual women, which isn't fair, because obviously men are better at sport physically, like physical sports. That's like, if you look up lots like weightlifting, like transgender men are smashing all the women's records because it's just a bloke fucking putting on a pair of knickers and breaking world records.
Yeah, that's what I saw. I saw, a guy, I think it was European or something. No, in England.
Yeah.
Just a big, dark guy, right? And he basically just said, I want to be the best at something. So he said, I'm transgender, because they're not going to pull up your pants and check you. And put a wig on or whatever, and then won the weightlifting easy. And then he's the best female.
It's fucked. Like,
at weightlifting.
Society's gone crazy because everyone's pretending that they're women.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
Everyone's taken equality so far that we're now pretending that everyone is exactly... It's like, I was watching Joe Rogan made a good point. It's not like difference between men and women. It's like, there's a difference between me and The Rock as well. You know? Like, I'm not the same man as fucking The Rock. He would break me in half, bro.
Everyone's differently made up genetically.
It's not a man-woman thing. It's literally a person thing.
Person to person.
Like, a 100-kilo man is probably going to beat a 100-kilo woman in a weightlifting thing. I guarantee it. And you're seeing it happen now, you know?
That's like Hannah Mounsey, which is a male, who is
that the AFL chick? The big fucking 6'3".
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't necessarily agree with it because she is huge compared to...
She's more man than woman, let's not lie.
She's more man than most men.
Exactly.
She's bigger than us.
She's bigger than most footy players.
Probably stronger than us.
Yeah, she looked bigger than AFL people.
Still shit at footy though.
Exactly.
Not the best, and like that's why she won't play AFLW, because she's actually not up to that standard.
And people just think, I just don't like how we pretend now. Everyone lies to themselves, and people do protests and shit and get passionate about, and it's like, but it's a man beating women. Why are you supporting it?
So where do they lie? So if I am a male, right, and I want to participate in female sports, where do I perform? Like, where do I play? What division am I playing? Men's, women's, or should there be a transgender division?
Maybe there should be a transgender division.
But then would that be unfair for the girls transitioning into boys?
Yeah, see, that's harder, because then a girl transitioning to a boy is not going to be as good as a normal man at a sport either.
But then you don't want to have 6 different divisions. You don't have a male, a female, a male to female.
I don't really know how you do it.
Male.
Maybe that's what you have to do. You need to split them up, because transgender men who trans into women are just going to dominate women's sport. So then women's sport is literally just going to be men winning. That's what it's going to turn into. The Olympics would literally just be all men winning the gold medals.
Yeah.
But then everyone will pretend that they're women for some reason and pretend it's okay. If you put a transgender African 5,000 meter runner, he's going to kill the 5,000 meter women's record.
Yeah.
There's probably a massive difference between the world record times. Like, it's just going to turn into men winning every single sport, and actual women aren't going to be getting any fucking trophies or medals or anything.
That's another thing we want to talk about in regards to sport and men and women in the tennis. Now, we've talked about this before as well, but I just want to talk about it again.
Yeah.
Women are getting paid the same amount to do less work in tennis matches.
Yeah.
So women play 3 sets, right, which can take anywhere from, just under an hour to 3 hours or whatever.
Yeah.
And then men play 5 sets, 2 sets longer, and their games can go for 5 hours.
It's crazy.
Or
it is weird.
10 hours. But women are getting paid the same.
Yeah, because that came about because obviously someone also sent in gender pay gap
Yeah.
as like a little topic for us to discuss.
Yeah. So I'm not. When it comes to sport, I
Yeah.
love talking about pay because
Same.
I think I have a good idea of
understand
who
it.
deserves what.
Yeah.
Because it's not just on sporting ability; it's on how much money they're bringing
Yeah,
into
revenue
companies.
and everything.
That's like you look at the A League versus the AFL. The A League is making not much money compared to the AFL.
Even the A-League players don't make near the same amount of money as the Premier League. Not even
Oh,
a Premier League
a fifth-
17-year-old probably makes the same as the best A-League
Probably
player.
more.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're on like 20k a week.
Yeah,
A-League players get what, 5, 10. Like I swear the contracts
probably
aren't
not
much.
even at all. Like I don't know how much money they're getting because the attendances are so poor
Yeah,
in the comp.
it's
But
fuck
like,
all.
when it comes to pay in not sport related fields, I'm not too sure about it. So
Well, I can only speak from personal experience, and I've never ever been at a place where people get paid based on their gender. That's
Same.
not a thing. It's based on age.
yeah, and experience. So like at my work, everyone gets paid the same, but if you've worked there longer than someone else,
Yeah,
you get paid more because
Yeah.
you're more experienced.
Exactly.
Right? Now, all the male, female, trans, whatever.
A lot of I've like researched it a little bit.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, like, it's not a gender pay gap, it's a job pay gap.
Okay,
Do you know
yeah.
what I mean? Like, they were saying a lot of the times men and women do different jobs, so that's why there's different.
Yeah.
And it's not even, they're like, there's men out there who get 50k a year, there's men who get 300k a year, there's women who get 500k a year, there's
Yeah.
women who get 40k. Like, it's a job gap, it's not a gender pay gap.
But if we're talking same workplace, so let's say you're working an office job
Yeah.
for, I don't know, a paper company, right? And you've got a male manager and a female assistant manager.
The manager's going to get paid more because he's the manager. That's
Yes,
not what
agreed.
it is. Yeah.
And then there's the whole thing of, women can't be in managerial positions.
That's
yes,
a
they
lie.
can.
There's
I've seen
personally
lots.
at Oakley,
Yep.
all the literally when I was at my induction, they had all the managers of the Oakley Sunglass Hut. I reckon there was 2 male managers and
The rest were
everyone else were female. The
Yeah.
manager above my manager is a female. Like, it's a
Yeah.
lie.
And those females are getting paid more than you.
Yeah,
So
because
should
they're
you
a manager.
be complaining?
No, I'm not a manager.
Exactly.
I wouldn't think to complain.
And you were also telling me before we recorded about gender pay gap and maternity leave.
Yeah,
That
that's
has a
just
big-
another thing because women, if they want to have kids, they take time
Yeah,
off, and
yeah.
that's just how it is.
And they actually do get paid for that.
Yeah, I think
If
they've-
you're a full-time worker.
and I think they've introduced paternity leave for men if they want to do it as well.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing now,
Okay.
which wasn't as much before.
Yeah, right. So that'd be for like single dads and stuff.
Yeah, or even like I guess sometimes the wife still wants to work, so the
That's-
dad stays home.
I always hear a lot of, single mums this, single mums that. Obviously it's hard, but there are a lot of single dads out there.
Yeah, there's heaps. It just comes from, but I feel like
It comes from feminism.
it's just become like a complaining thing.
Hang on,
It should just
well,
be a person thing.
Apparently, someone was telling me our term, like our perception of the word feminism is wrong. So
I know they say it's
tox-
equality, but it's turned into a lot of it has turned into more than it. Like a lot of stuff I've seen on YouTube and stuff is women just hating on male gender,
which I call toxic
I feel like
femininity.
that's why, and that's why it's gone. Feminism's gone so far to the left because they're left wing. That is why things like trans men are dominating women's sport because it's gone so far that it's just out of control now.
And we always hear like,
That's where the 100 gender stuff's come from.
men
All that
do
bullshit.
this because of toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
And-
that's a big thing as well.
But that's what I'm saying. Our perception of feminism is toxic femininity
Yeah.
because it's them taking it too far and it's having a bad effect on the world.
Yeah.
Meaning it's toxic. But I hate it. I hate it when, let's say, it comes up in the news. Male, 34 years old, beats wife.
Yeah.
So domestic violence, and a man did it.
Yeah.
And then all the posts will say, toxic masculinity, all men do this, all men do that.
Yeah.
No, it's a small percentage.
Yeah.
The percentage may be higher, but then they say, that's because they're male.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's just, and it's like, men, are on the receiving end of that stuff as well a lot.
Yeah.
From
But you
other
don't
men.
hear
Men
about
beat
it.
up other men. And if like a woman beats up a man, it's a joke. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a thing in society as well. People
Because-
don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I watched a thing on. This was it. I don't know if it was. It wasn't Jerry Springer, but it was a show like it was just a guy on YouTube. He's English,
Jeremy Kyle.
maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is an older video. People probably seen it. This guy was getting like beaten up by his girlfriend, locked in the house, and he had to jump out a window, and everyone was laughing. And he was to the whole crowd. He stopped the show and he was like, "Wait a minute. If this was the other way around,
Yeah.
and he locked her in a house and she had to escape through a window, you'd all be calling him a pig and like he's like, it's not funny. Like, don't." And I was like, that's a good point, you know.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like it's becoming like for some reason society is turning into like men versus women. Like that's what it's taken it to. It's always, even in gender, there's always people trying to blame people for everything. People having a go at everyone for everything. When everyone should just be a team, bro.
That's like a lot of women who are self-obsessed say, "Oh, man up."
yeah,
And we've discussed this as well, but the whole let's say mental health aspect of it is, women have emotions, women cry, women have bad times, men do as well, but we're told to man up and, you know, be
That's
the big
true.
dog of the family.
Yeah.
Provide for everyone, but sometimes it's hard. And then that's why we see a lot of
Well, male suicides through the roof these days. You know
Way
what I mean?
higher
Like
than
it's
female.
it's huge.
And
It's like one of the biggest issues for men.
a lot of it becomes like a sort of men struggle to speak about it because of the stigma around it.
Yeah, that's true.
And I feel like a lot of that stems from females saying, "Oh, you've got to be this way. You've got to be a man. To be a man, you can't express your emotions and stuff like that."
Yeah.
And then it comes back to people saying, "Oh, men don't have emotions. Men don't have this," but they can't express it because of what people are saying. And I feel like, especially in the last few years, there has been a shift towards people.
Yeah, it's definitely
respecting
changed a lot.
mental health more.
I reckon. I guess it's because like men in sport and all that have come out as well.
Yeah,
and kind of
100%.
made it a bit more public.
acceptable. Yeah.
Yeah. But I know the original definition for feminism is equality, and there's probably lots of girls that still run by that. But there's also, you can't deny that there's so many that it's turning into hating on men. Like, you can't deny that.
You're not wrong.
100%.
So basically, the Australian Open and every tennis is fixed. Like it's
In a
just
way.
fucked because if women want to be paid the
like
same,
that is a great example of inequality.
Yeah.
Because like they're just getting paid the same amount, if not doing the same amount of work.
and people are saying, "Oh, they're making up for the years when they weren't paid the same." No, because it's how we're living now.
Yeah.
So right now, women are being paid the same amount for playing less game time.
Yeah, and they're
as
saying
men.
making up for it, but it's like, but the people playing now weren't the ones 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So it's not making up for anything. It's just, it's how it is now.
Yeah,
People always focus on the past, but
I know.
you know,
That's like how, especially you and me growing up, we were targeted from certain people saying, "Oh, your people did this to my people 100 years ago."
Yeah,
when
yeah.
You and I had
it's
nothing
like,
to do with it.
I didn't do anything, bro.
We've grown up. Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
know. We get blamed for stuff that happened years ago when we weren't even alive.
Yeah, it always happened. Everyone gets blamed for everything. That's what society is.
Germans and Jews. If you're a German person, right, and you meet a Jewish person,
Yeah.
and you say, "Oh, I'm German," then they'll be like, "Oh, you fucked up my granddad years
Yeah.
ago."
But it's like, well, that was years ago.
Yeah, and I didn't do it.
I feel like, that's just, society these days is just everyone complaining and everyone blaming everyone over everything. That's just what it is.
and like tweets from 12 years ago coming up.
Yeah, or like how Kevin Hart got done.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, man. Like, what? He made a joke about gays. Like, who fucking cares, you know? I guarantee that whoever pulled him up on it has said just as bad shit in their life.
Yeah.
And because it hasn't been, like, publicised, you know? Everyone would get in trouble over anything they've said if you really dug through everyone. Just leave it alone.
Have you watched the show on Netflix?
Season 1, not season 2.
All right, I've just finished season 2.
Good?
Very good, but I do have a problem with the ending.
Okay.
Can I talk about it? or-
Yeah, I don't...
All right. I do recommend to watch it.
Yeah, I watched season 1. So.
Yeah. So you know the general gist of the story.
Yeah. Creepy guy,
man's
blondie.
creepy. Yeah.
New girlfriend at the end of season 1. Ex-girlfriend.
Okay. So I won't say too much, but basically, actually no, I can't say too much at all. Really.
Just say
go
cut
watch
it
the
here,
show.
like spoiler for you, and then now it's okay, so they know.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what you want me to tell you?
Yeah, say what you were gonna say. It's okay.
You sure?
Yeah,
Because
We'll
I'm
talk
gonna
about
spoil
it.
the ending.
We'll talk about it. Let's go. Spoilers right here. If you watch you and
Spoilers.
you haven't seen end of
Yeah.
season 2,
Skip
till we'll say
so and
when.
so.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So basically, I'll keep some bits out. But he finds a new girl, and it's not the Ranger X, right? The Ranger X, right?
Is she dead? Blonde girl? Did she
Dead.
die at end of season 1?
dead.
Yeah.
Right, as dead as can be.
Yeah.
But the Ranger X is still alive. So he cracked her head on, like, in the forest or something, left her for dead.
But she didn't die.
She survived, right? So this season 2, she's trying to make his life hell. So he's moved. He's trying to, like, live a new life with a new you, who is a girl called Love, right?
She hot?
She's okay.
Better than Blondie?
No.
No.
I like the blonde girl better.
Yeah.
But this chick, very good actress.
Yeah.
Because she spins everyone's head. She is the nice girl. She's a little bit wacky, freak in the bed, and Joe loves her.
Yeah.
Right? And then basically, Joe changed his name to Will.
Is that kid still in there? You know how he had that kid who was his mate? No.
Because he moved.
Oh, yeah.
But in this one, there's a 15-year-old girl who's his mate. So her name's Ellie, right? And Ellie has an older sister, Delilah. And when he was with Love, right, they were having like a little rough patch, and Delilah came on to him and they fucked.
How old's she?
Oh, she'd be like mid-20s.
Yeah. Is she hot?
She's good looking,
Yeah.
And basically, there's so many little sub-stories, and like there was a guy called Henderson who is a comedian. I think it's Chris D'Elia or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the show, and he was Henderson. And Henderson was a big comedian, a big like movie star, and then he had a secret, like a dungeon, all these girls, like...
What, keeping them there?
No, so he'd like...
Take them there.
Seduce them, take them down there, have sex with them, take photos of them, keep the photos,
Yeah.
and then send them off. And
Alright.
they're paid to be kept quiet.
Yeah, like 50 Shades, basically. That's,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And basically, oh, mate, it's just ridiculous. And then the whole story changes. Are you sure you want me to tell you?
Yeah, go on.
Love is this nice girl. She's perfect, does all this stuff. And then turns out she's a killer as well. She's been following Joe. She's just as crazy as him. She killed Delilah. So basically, Joe one night, he took acid or something and he couldn't remember what he did. Went back to his like underground cave thingo with the box, the cage, and Delilah was dead because he was keeping her there because she found out about some stuff. And he thought because he was tripping, he killed her. And then basically he came clean. So Candace, the Ranger, came back and told Love everything that Joe's done.
Yeah.
And then basically Candace put Joe in the cage, right? So Ranger put Joe in the cage, got Love to come and see him, and Joe said, "Oh, I killed this person, I did this," and he just spilled everything to her because he just wanted her to know.
Yeah.
And then basically, Love walked around the corner and was crying and stuff, and Candace was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, but I had to do it." Love slits the throat of Candace,
Okay.
and like she just wanted her to fuck off, and she killed Delilah because Delilah was getting in the way of their
And
relationship.
she wants Joe.
And she wants Joe, and they're both crazy, right? I loved that ending because
Yeah.
they've twisted everything. No one expected that to
Yeah.
happen, and basically, Joe doesn't even seem like the bad guy anymore. Love seems worse
crazier
than him, right? Now, I like that ending because she's pregnant as well. So she wants to have a family.
Crazy
with Joe.
baby, yeah.
Crazy baby. They're living in a nice neighbourhood, so they moved again. And Ellie, the 15-year-old, she doesn't have her sister anymore. So he paid for her to just leave, just go to a different state, right? Now...
Is he still working at a library?
No,
Bookstore?
so he moved to LA. So he was working pretty much in a bookstore. It was like a... it's called a Navrin. It was like a food... like a fresh produce, but a bookstore.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a whole side story with Love's brother.
Yeah.
And a nanny and rape and stuff like that. But the very end of the show, which is a teaser for season 3, was he's at his new house. They're about to have the baby. Like, it's a nice grass, beautiful neighbourhood.
Living good.
He has a book and he's sitting in the backyard and he looks through a gap in the fence and there's the next door neighbour girl. Bless you. Bless you. The third coming up? No?
Nah, not today.
And he looks through the gap in this wooden fence and there's a girl on the other side of the fence sitting down reading a book, and that's the new you. That's where they should have cut it before that happened, because they're going to do the same thing. He's going to have a new you, and then it's just going to be, you know...
So it's just a new girl that he's in love with or something? Or?
Yeah, he's just... But he's with Love. They're about to have a kid, but he's obsessed.
Did that annoy you? You were like, fuck.
It annoyed me because I think they did it perfectly with...
It seems like it just shits on everything they've done before.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, it was all for nothing because it's just going to...
Yeah, but it's basically, oh, we're in for another ride of the same shit again. And obviously there'll be twists and turns in the next series.
Yeah, but it's just annoying.
But yeah, like the main, like the core of the story is just going to remain the same.
How long can you keep doing it for?
Like, I think they could have even ended it completely, but obviously it's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
They could have ended it, but obviously no chance there.
And then, that's just annoying. I hate when they do stuff like that. That was like Game of Thrones. I'll just like, check if you've got any more requests or something.
You can't on this.
Oh, won't it let you on laptop?
No. Can I just log in on your phone?
Yeah. But yeah, that's like... I watched Game of Thrones and it was the shittest ending of any show ever.
So
it was just trash.
They just scrapped everything they were known for and just ruined it? Or?
Yeah, it was a piece of shit in the end.
Yeah. We'll just talk about scoring in kids' sports for now. So this is something Dad was talking to us about before, something he wanted us to talk about.
Yeah.
He's a potty listener occasionally. And he was saying in kids' sports, so let's say Auskick, they're not taking scores anymore.
Dumb.
Which is just setting kids up for...
It brings up generation of losers. And then what happens is, it goes back to this equality. Not everyone can be equal. Like, the world isn't equal. It's just never going to be that way.
Yeah.
And what it does is it lowers the standard of, like, achievement.
Yeah,
because
of
the good
athletes.
kids don't get any reward for being good.
Mm-hmm.
And the shit kids think they're alright. Yeah. And they're not. Like, go do something else. If you're not good at footy, go find something else you are good at. Mm-hmm. And the kids who are good at footy are going to be like, well, I'm not getting any recognition. Yeah. We don't win anyway. I don't get a fucking trophy for kicking the most goals. Like, it's just dumb.
Alright, let's have a look. Alright.
Like, I'm not equal to Nat 5. I don't cry about it. Mm-hmm. You know?
This one's come through from Blake Stephen. ScoMo leaving during the bushfires.
No, I think that's dumb that everyone's having a crack at him. Everyone has... See, it's another thing. It's not like the bushfires happened and he thought, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
He had already planned that. He's allowed to go on holiday like everyone else. Mm-hmm. He works all year. Politicians do more than what everyone says, but he can't help the timing of it.
Yeah, the timing of it was unfortunate because it did look like he was fucking off when the fires were here.
But, like, what's he meant to do?
Well, he could have stayed, but what's he going
to do? He already did everything he could do.
Like, every firefighter's being used. Yeah. All the volunteer firefighters are coming out and, you know, being heroes.
It's like, well, people who are having a crack at him, I didn't see you fly over there and help out either. Like, yeah. I think that was dumb. I don't know why everyone was trying to have a crack at him.
He's just a person. Obviously, he has a certain responsibility with being the Prime Minister.
But he's also still allowed to go on a holiday when he's been working all year, I feel.
Yeah.
Politicians do more work than what normal people do by far. Yeah. They're working all day, every day, you know?
Yeah.
I just don't know why he was getting the blame for it. It's not like he fucking lit him, you know? Like,
yeah.
It's weird.
He did cop a lot of flack for it.
A lot.
And then I saw people, there was a guy at
just people Origin. Looking for others to blame, like usual.
There was a girl at Origin that had a shirt saying, fuck ScoMo, the fires happened because of you.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
I don't know.
The fires happened before he left.
They can't. It's Australia. We have these bushfires. It happens.
Obviously, it's to an extreme now.
Yeah.
Like, it's ridiculous what's happening, and like it's in every state. I'm pretty sure now. But there was also another guy who had a I love ScoMo shirt and it had like his face with different expressions. That's good support. But
I like ScoMo. I voted for him, so
yeah,
I like him.
Yeah, I think I did. Wait, is he Labor?
Liberal.
Yeah, I went Liberal.
I just think that, and it wouldn't matter who's in there. If it was the Labor guy, whoever is in that position, people are going to try and have a crack at him for no matter what, you know?
Anyone in
He could have not gone on holiday and people would be like, oh, ScoMo's fucking shit. What's it? You know what I mean? Like, everyone wants to have a crack at everyone.
Yeah. That's the thing. People in powers are...
You're always going to get
criticised.
criticised.
Power will always cop shit for stuff they do.
Because he'll do one thing that'll please one side of the political spectrum.
Yeah.
And piss off the other. Then he'll do something else that'll please like, you're never going to please everyone.
Yeah.
Because there's people who will complain about everything.
Yeah. We'll just quickly touch on this. This is from Bailey Morey, long-time listener of the potty.
Yeah.
Should children's beauty pageants be illegal? Now, we don't really give a shit about it.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. See, the only problem I have is that the kids don't have a choice and some are being forced into...
Some would definitely... Like, it's the parents... But that's just like... there would be kids who are forced to play sport because their dad wants them to play footy.
Yeah.
For sure.
There are benefits out of playing sport, though.
Yeah.
Like exercise, clearing the mind. Obviously, kids don't think about much. But
yeah.
beauty pageants is putting your kid on a pedestal, like dressing him up and shit. And
I don't really mind it. I don't know. I just...
Some, like the really successful ones, it is for the parents' benefit because they'll take the money home.
Yeah.
That's a lot like Greta Thunberg. Her parents are making bank. Because, she's...
Making bank off her right now. That's a good investment, bro, right there.
Yeah, 100%.
I don't think she goes to school anymore, eh?
Probably not.
Pretty sure she doesn't go to school now.
No. Jacob Hand has said, what you see on the train. So he wants us to talk about what you see on the train. So...
Well, it's New Year's, bro.
Yeah. You see a lot. Like,
a lot of crazy people.
We've had... I remember someone tried to steal my phone once. I was on the way to uni.
Yeah.
It was this little Aboriginal kid. He was probably maybe 10 years old. And he just walked past and he was like just laughing. And I'm just, on my phone. And he tried to snatch it from me. So I've just pulled it back and I said, what are you doing, mate? And he said, what do you think I'm doing? And I just said, just piss off. Like, what do you want from me? And he goes, I want your phone. It was a dumb question from me because I knew what he wanted.
What a fuck.
I was just trying to stall, waiting for someone to help, but everyone's been bitch and not doing anything.
No one can give a fuck.
I'm not going to hit a kid. Like,
you should flog him, eh? And
then he just ran off and then probably went to the next carriage and tried to get more. But like,
what have we? Oh man, you see some real crazy shit on that. I've seen someone like people run to the train slip. That's always funny.
Really,
I've seen that before. People drinking, having a good time. Fights, like I said, 2 fights on the train at Origin.
Yeah,
you see so much on the train.
You do.
Just crackheads everywhere. Public transport in general, man. Just junk. Like, I wish I was rich enough to just call an Uber home from Origin.
Yeah.
One day. So I don't have to deal with junkies anymore. That'd be good, eh?
Would be
Uber
very,
heli.
very nice. Uber heli.
Yeah, trains are just... I feel like crackheads just go out in the city just to hang around. Yeah. They don't ever go in anywhere or anything. They're just...
Because they don't have much structure to their life, that's like a night out for them. Like, just hanging around
the city.
Normal people. Like, that's a high for them. Because they're like, you can see how fucked up I am and get a good...
And they all came out on New Year's Eve.
Ooh,
out of all the ditches and fucking... I was walking...
It was like zombies.
When I was walking from Origin to the city, we walked through this it was under a bridge, a little underpass, I guess. Near I think it was near some water, maybe. Like the river, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah.
And anyway, it was just this campsite of crackheads just chilling. Like,
really?
Had some mattresses, had a little tent.
Were they crackheads or were they just homeless people? Or you just don't know?
Bit of both, for sure. They were definitely cracked out. Like, you could tell that was Happy New Year for them. But yeah.
Yeah. Back on the subject of scoring in sport, I just wanted to touch on under 14s footy. Like, under 14s and below, there's a 60-point cut off.
Yeah.
So if your team wins by 120 points on the website, it'll say 60 points, which is unfair. Because it is taking away the achievement of a particular team.
It's making losers feel better about themselves for being losers. And that's why everyone... And the problem with that is then the kids grow up
Yeah.
thinking they're equal, and they just complain about everything. And
Yeah.
The kids who do well don't get recognition because everyone's trying to make the shitty kids feel better, or
Yeah,
shitty
but
people.
if you've got a shitty team and you're losing by a lot each week, doesn't that make you want to be better? And then,
Yeah, but they're just telling them, no, it's not your fault. You're just as good as them.
Yeah.
That's what it's trying to tell them. But you're not. Train more.
Yeah.
And go
But get good.
kick the ball more, and then you'll be good.
Mm.
It's pretty simple, I reckon. It's just annoying, man.
It is.
Everyone just...
I don't like where the world's going.
No, it's going too far.
We've got to change it.
We've got to come back to the middle.
And we want to change it. This year, 2020, it's the year of Jamo and Dylan. It's the year of the people as well.
It's a big year. 2020's nice.
Yeah, I love it. I said last week it's explosive.
Yeah, like T20.
2020 cricket. And it's exciting. There's a lot to look forward to.
New
There'll be
decade.
ups and downs. You might lose a few wickets here and there,
Yeah.
but then you have a gun batsman come out and hit 100 off 20 balls and just magic.
Lot changes in 10 years. At the start of 2030. Think how much has changed in your
Well,
life
look,
since 2010.
At the end of the decade, we're 30. And from 30, it's a downward slope. That's what I've heard.
Unless we're famous and we go up.
That's it. So
Brad Pitt's still
basically,
going up.
We have a decade to make our dreams come true.
Or I'll kill myself.
Wow.
Yeah.
We put it out there.
Or I'll just go and live in like the Bahamas and like fix boats. I
Yeah.
don't want to live in Perth forever. If I'm not famous by 30, I'll move and
Yeah.
just fix boats on a beach and eat coconuts.
Well, that's easy life.
Yeah. Make little
Simple life. Maybe we should do
friendship
that.
bracelets and stuff for people.
I don't think you'll have to worry about that though.
I hope not. It'll be like, have you seen Shawshank Redemption?
No.
And he like... Oh, I don't... It's a really good movie.
I've heard it's one of the greatest of all
It's
time.
very good. Anyway, at the end of the movie, he's just after everything that's happened. I won't tell you everything that happened, but he's
kills
just
himself.
he's on a beach fixing boats,
Oh,
and
cool.
he looks really happy. So if he can do it, I can do it.
I might watch that.
Yeah, I recommend it. You'll like it.
It's an old movie, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's a bit long too. It's
Okay.
definitely over 2 hours, maybe
Really?
2.5.
Jesus.
But it'll go quick.
Yeah.
Watch it today or tonight,
Yeah.
tomorrow, whenever.
I've got time, so yeah. So some of our other 2020 goals, obviously we want to blow up on TikTok. We're going to
Yeah.
keep making videos. We'll do a couple after this. We want to
Just
grow
need-
the YouTube a bit more. I want to have an audience that sticks by and watches like every potty. So like we
Yeah.
have, I'd say on average, 200.
Out of all of them,
So that's YouTube
And
and,
audio.
Spotify. So yeah, let's say video and audio.
because
we
some
have-
are at 800, 500,
Yeah,
and some
so-
are like 100.
Yeah. So on average, let's say just over 200.
Yeah.
People tuning in every week. Now
That's cool.
that's actually cool. And we have people that contact us saying they love it. They want to talk. They want us to talk about this.
People to give us topics today, which is nice.
Yeah,
as
we
well
had
to
5,
chat
6
about.
people in half an hour. So
Some of them were good too. I liked them.
Yeah.
Good chats.
and obviously something I want to start up is you guys sending in topics like you did today or scenarios. They don't even have to be real. Like you can make up a scenario and we fix it, or like say what we think about it.
Yeah.
Because I know the True Geordie used to do it, and he used to have people sending in, "Oh, I'm 15 years old.
I remember that.
My girlfriend cheated on me
What do I
with my
do?"
best mate. What do I do?" And then True Geordie would go, "Fuck them both." Like just,
Go fuck other girls and shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
and I feel like that's something that we'd be good at.
Yeah. Like Dr. Phil, modern day Dr. Phil.
Yeah, the Australian duo of Dr. Phil.
Yeah.
Um,
What a legend, eh?
Dr. Phil, Jamo and Dyl
That'd be a good little combo.
would be, but yeah, I don't know. He's getting on too, isn't he?
He is getting on.
But yeah, send in.
Is he actually a doctor?
I don't.
Is he a
I don't know.
psychologist or something? Let's look.
You'd think so.
Surely he has a degree in something.
But yeah, we want you guys to send in things. You can do it anonymously.
Philip McGraw.
If you have stuff you want advice on, we can try and help you out. We'll do our best. You went to
Got a
university.
PhD, an MA, BA,
Men's 69.
Bachelor of Arts degree.
Bachelor of Arts. IMDb gave him a 4.1 out of 10 for his show. Do you reckon that hurts
What, of
him?
Dr. Phil?
Yeah, go back.
That's a great show. Oh,
It's alright. 4.1 out of 10.
I used to like watching Dr. Phil.
Yeah, I never rated it. Mum used to
I didn't
watch
mind
it
it,
a
eh?
lot.
I do like Ellen.
Yeah,
one
you
day.
do. What are some other goals? Just be happy.
Just have a good year.
Yeah. Just do your best to better yourself.
Do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Make your life what you want it to be.
For sure.
Others tell
Just
you.
craft it.
Craft your life. Make your life handmade.
Custom. Yeah, I like
Custom
that.
made.
Don't have a
Customise
life
your
like
life.
everyone else. Fuck that.
Customise your life.
I like that. Customize your life.
Yeah, because the way I see it is, if I've been told this before by some wise people, if there was no money
Three
in the
wise
world,
men.
if there was no money in the world, zero money,
What would you do?
what would you be doing?
True. That's true, eh?
And I think, like, to myself every day, what would I want to be doing? And I'd want to be having an impact on people in some type of way. So whether that be making videos, whether that be performing,
Whatever it is, yeah.
I don't know. But if, like, billionaires lost all their money, what would they do? Probably kill themselves.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, if money wasn't a thing, like if you wouldn't think about money, what would you be doing? Would you be on an island in the Bahamas, just having
Just
a
go
spin?
around and see everything, you know? Because there's so many things to see, people to meet, shit to do. It's better than just staying in this little 30-kilometre radius that I've been living in my whole life in Perth, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, so travel.
Yeah, just see the world, have some good experiences.
Just try things. Experience the world.
Yeah.
Live, love life. Like the sign on mum's houses.
Don't just, we have something very similar to that at home for sure. Something like that.
Yeah, like.
And yeah, I personally, I don't want to be stuck here forever.
Yeah.
No way. It's sad.
I say this all the time, but maybe we should do a potty about that. Like, if money wasn't a thing, what would you be doing? And we can maybe have 5 or 6 people, like, say what they want to do.
Yeah. Why aren't you doing it?
Yeah.
Because that's
Like,
what I
what's
think.
holding
Like,
you back?
all the jobs that are done, surely no one wakes up and goes, I want to be a fucking, I don't know,
Astrophysicist.
or I want to work at like the lotto shop, but
Yeah.
I feel like people just get stuck in, unless, you know, if you do want to work at a lotto shop, then that's fine.
Yeah.
But there's so many people doing jobs that they hate every day. So you spend most of your life doing something you don't like doing. That's weird that you spend your life doing what you don't like doing.
Some people also, so let's say you work in the lotto shop and you don't like it, and then you've worked there for 5-10 years, and that's the normal thing. You've normalised it.
Yeah.
You talk yourself into saying, oh, I do like it. Like, I've been doing it for ages and I do like it, when really there's other things you want to do, but you're not.
Maybe you want to make like fucking pots or something. You know? Do that.
Exactly. It's all these little things people can do, but they're just not going for it.
Yeah.
And it can be hard. You can get stuck in a job and whatever, but...
Yeah, I never
you
want to
really
feel,
want something...
You never want to feel trapped in life. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You never want to feel trapped.
If you really want something, you
just
get
got
it.
to do it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
There's a lot of people lately have been saying, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do that.
Yeah, I guess lots of people say stuff like that.
But like, and they say, oh, if you manifest it, will come.
You got to do it though.
Yeah. Manifestation only happens if you're taking steps towards something.
Yeah.
There's a higher chance of it happening.
100%.
If I say, oh,
You just got to really want, like, I was watching Will Smith and he was like, if you want something, you just got to think about it all day, every day, and do stuff towards that as much as you can.
Because if you think about it all day, every day, well done. But yeah, you have to be taking steps towards it.
Because he said the life he has now is exactly what he wanted his whole life, and that's why he is where he is. And I was like,
he seems like a happy dude.
He does seem very happy, doesn't he? Whenever you see anywhere.
Sure does. And maybe that's where we leave it, just on a Will Smith happy note.
He's a good lad.
He is. It'd be better if his son was a bit cooler.
Yeah, he's weird. I reckon
Very
Jaden's
strange.
weird. But Will Smith's cool, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching.
First potty of the new year.
First potty of the new year. We've got...
Many more to come. How many potties will we do this year? We do 52 this year.
Yeah, we'll...
Maybe even more.
Maybe...
A couple more.
True.
Yeah.
Maybe 50. Because it depends. Like, we do things. We
Yeah,
go on
yeah,
holiday.
yeah.
We do that stuff.
Definitely over 40, easily.
Yeah, yeah. We're grinding. We've done 13 already. And we've only missed 1 week. I'm pretty sure. Maybe 2. No, 1. We only missed 1 week. That's pretty good.
That's good.
All right. So, thank you for listening. And we'll see you next week.